based on that, there's sort of two elements of this. One is the certification of the presidential election and the electors that are going to go for Joe Biden if there's no change in that situation, which it appears now there will not be. The other arm of it is for future elections and whether or not the changes that were made were unconstitutional. Do you think that given that struggle between state legislature and state Supreme Court over who controls the voting rules in the state, that the Supreme Court will take that up?
Well, Lydia, first of all, I think it's important to define what we're talking about here. We're talking about Act 77. It's Pennsylvania's no excuse absentee law. And what we argue is that Act 77 is fundamentally unconstitutional. So why is it unconstitutional? Because in order to change the time, place, and manner of an election in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, it requires a back-to-back vote in the General Assembly. Martha, that did not happen. It needs to be advertised in 2 newspapers in every county in the state for 3 months. That did not happen. And this is the most important part, it needs to be put on the ballot in a referendum so that the people of our great Commonwealth have a say in how we conduct elections here. And I believe that that is what the PA framers of our Constitution intended. So, I think, we are in the midst of a great constitutional crisis here, and we're seeking remedy from the Supreme Court to help us find a solution. Because even if the court says that, yes, 2020 was messed up, but let's fix it moving forward, you're still going to have 50% of the people in the state saying, wait a second, the election in 2020 was unconstitutional and illegal, and we'll forever have an asterisk next to the 2020 election if they decide that. But by contrast, if the court decides that, and this is how the media likes to frame it, that we're trying to throw out 2.5 million mail-in ballots, well, that's also explosive, and we don't like that solution either. So we're trying to find a remedy and going to the courts for their help, because Act 77 is facially unconstitutional, and we're in the fight to make sure that the great people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania have faith in how our elections are conducted. Because, Martha, right now, 50% of the people in this state have no faith, and we need to make sure that we're fighting for everybody. This isn't just about Republicans, by the way, because at some point, Democrats might find themselves on the receiving end of a Republican governor, passing unconstitutional laws, and we don't want that to happen either. It's important that our elections are conducted by
I think you're right. I think when you take a step back, you want to look at the way the law is made and whether or not the legislature can be overridden by the Supreme Court based on the rules that you are talking about. So changing voting rules in a state is not something that can be done ex Constitution. So Congressman Kelly, what do you